It's time for the presentation of the Warren Pinchuck Volunteer Service Award. This award is presented to the CLLA Eastern Region member in good standing based upon their exemplary service and volunteerism to the Eastern Region of the CLLA. I'd like to ask Walt Lockhart to come up and be the presenter of our award to our recipient.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. I just made a couple of notes. In every trade association, seems like there are some people that always seem to be the get things done people. They're simultaneously behind the scenes, out front, and visible at the same time. The CLLA is lucky enough to have a deep bench. And I just looking around the room, I can see all of you. But I'm not here to speak about all of you. I'm here to speak about just one. I'm not even going to apologize for it. And what can I possibly tell you about Tim Wan that he hasn't already told you himself? Or sung to you? I'm not going to roast him today, though. I'm saving that because I'm saving that for his Machiavelli of the Year award or Artist of the Millennium or the next one. Trust me, this award is special, though, not least of because its namesake is somebody that Tim looks up to so much. Looks up to. Sorry if I past tense that. You all know Tim. He's impossible not to know. He's served too many positions and on too many committees for me to list them all. I'm not going to do that kind of bio. It's easier to say what he hasn't shared. I think the young vegetarian section you didn't do. That's it. And that's like it. He's been president of the league twice consecutively while holding his breath. He's chaired the Eastern region. He lives on the board of governors, yada, 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 all the stuff, all the things. I'm not going to drag this on because I know that Tim has plenty to say, but I just want to share my personal perspective. Tim is absolutely passionate about the league. His commitment to making it the best it can be is right out front, always. When Eastern Region Executive Council met regularly, we carpooled to the meetings. Tim gets car sick, so he has to drive. I like beer, so win-win. Anyway, during those drives, I got to hear firsthand about his plans and his visions and his strategies. And I mean, the guy's got service gravity. If you're around Tim, you end up getting dragged into things, committees, section leadership. And it was always because Tim would tell me, hey, it's fun. We're going to get to hang out more. We're going to do this stuff. That's how I got involved. I mean, sorry. He makes it fun. He doesn't half-ass anything. Whole ass every time, always. I've never laughed harder than on those drives with Tim and Bob. Anyway, that's Tim. He's the best. He does everything. I'm lucky. He's one of my best friends. So whatever. It's my honor to call the stage Tim Wan. Oh. And I get to give him a thing. It's your thing. Oh. Now just you.
No, it's just me. Not for a second. Oh, this is super cool. I guess I'm a has-been now, right? I'm done. Okay, I'm First of all, Walt did talk about all the things that I've done, so I guess I'll skip over that and not bore you with those details. I do want to say that I am very honored, and I believe it or not, probably not, that I am humbled by this. To be in the same breath as Wanda Borges and Joe Marino, and to honor Warren Pinchuck, who went back to Florida late last night or early this morning, is really an honor. Not something I expected now. I did obviously think, hey, I'm going to get that someday. I just didn't think it would be now. So I am very honored by that. But if you know me, I don't do humility well. So I'm going to go back to me being me. And I'm going to talk about my favorite topic, me. So I got started in the league in 2002. My first meeting was Gary Tier's first meeting. And that very first meeting, we were awake till 5:30 each night of the conference in New York. I was brought to the league by my late senior partner, Bob Levy. I know many of you spent a lot of time with Bob. May he rest in peace. Bob told me, come to these meetings. I want you to do three things: show up, drink, and have fun. All right, check, check, check. No problem. But shortly thereafter, a good friend of mine, and many of you know Bo Hayes, Bo said, do you notice that Bob always goes to dinner with the same three guys every single meal at every single convention? And I went, yeah, now that you mentioned it, I do notice that that's exactly what he does. And Bo said, you shouldn't do that. Take advantage of the opportunity to meet. There's all these other people that are opportunities. So I said, all right, maybe that's right. And I did take advantage and take that opportunity. Opportunities like writing a newsletter for the young member section, which then turned into Tales from the Front in Commercial Law World, which then turned into a phone call from West Publishing and Wolters Kluwer saying, we want you to write the New York chapter on judgment enforcement for the textbook. And I said, I'm not a textbook writer. I write funny, stupid stories based on pop culture and things that have happened to me. And they said, yeah, we want you to put that spin into the textbook. Okay, be careful what you wish for. But apparently I've been a published author, and apparently it still sells. But that's all because I started with just taking the opportunity to write for a newsletter that was only distributed by print copies when someone showed up to a meeting. It wasn't mailed out. PDFs weren't really a thing at that time. Obviously got very involved with the education committee. I took those opportunities to speak. Now, there's some people that I've always heard from people saying that they don't want to appear and train their competitors. And I always thought that was dumb. I always thought that, hey, if we are all together and we're all rowing in the same direction, the entire industry is going to get better. So let's do that. So I've always encouraged people, let's educate together. I don't care if I'm teaching like competitors tips and tricks. We're all going to do better, and let's brainwash the judges to find our side. Not a giggle. Let's brainwash the judges to find on our side. Thank you. No. Obviously the meetings committee, that was just super fun, doing game shows and networking events and things to make people get together. And we took the opportunity to have fun. And like Walt was talking about, I like to bring the fun. By having fun, we met each other. We became friendly with each other. I'm looking at Michelle right now in the audience, and I don't know that we've ever crossed paths on a professional level, but at these game show events and these networking events, we've had a lot of fun. And that's what I hope that I've brought. And so now I look at the amount of time that I've spent doing commercial law league activities, whether it's board governance or these other things, and I think back, that's a lot of money in hourly bills that I've spent voting to the league and not getting paid. And then I looked at it and went, wait a second, it's not about that. I've made so many friends. I've made so much money. I've made so much of my career because of what I gave to the league. When Bob Levy died in 2017, we had 11 full-time employees, 11. We now have 28. We bought a building in Smithtown, standalone building that we are filling to the rafters right now. Some of you know that we've now expanded beyond New York. We're now in Connecticut as well. And I owe all of these successes to the path of the people in this room and the Commercial Law League, because I wouldn't have gotten there. I wouldn't have had that opportunity if it wasn't for the opportunities from the Commercial Law League. So I'm going to ask you all this. All right, I know there's many of you first-time attendees. First-time attendees, raise your hand. This is your opportunity to take this opportunity to get involved. All right, raise your hand if you've never been on a section executive board at all. and I see other people. I see people that have been in the league for a long time. Raise your hand if you've never volunteered for a national committee like the meetings committee, education committee, marketing committee. Raise your hand. There's many of you. I know you, don't make me call you out. So if you raised your hand at all, or if you felt like I don't want to raise my hand because I didn't shower this morning, but you know that's you, I want you all to think about the opportunities you're missing by not volunteering and by not getting involved. Because that's what got me to where I am in this very wonderful career and wonderful life that I have, is because I took advantage of the opportunities that the Commercial Law League presented to me. And I'm happy to continue serving, and I'm going to continue serving. Thank you.